I've always said that you need to set up your trading view, your TA scheme or template with indicators that complement your trading style. If you have indicators on your chart that you don't use, that you don't find yourself using when you enter exit positions, what are you even doing? The point of technical analysis, in my opinion, and using indicators is to make my job easier. So I'm looking at indicators and looking for indicators to throw on my chart that make my trading style, price actions, smart money concepts, whatever you want to call it, or a hybrid of those, easier. If you need to know where order blocks sit or fair value gaps are or trend lines, then set up your charts to help spot those, because it's going to make your job a whole hell of a lot easier. For me personally, divergences are one of the more important tools that I use to help spot potential price movement in one direction or the other. Divergences help me predict the top of the market, get out, while all of retail was FOMOing in and whales were cashing out. And there were multiple divergences, not only on CVD, but on MACD and RSI as well, from this $4,000 top to this $69,000 top. And a lot of us saw it, and a lot of people didn't, because their favorite influencer was telling them we're going to $100,000 by the end of the year. Just like more recently, we saw multiple divergences, MACD, Stoke, Money Flow, MFI, RSI, lots, CVDs from this, what was this, a $30,000 top, we'll call it, that kind of 31.8 top here, which brought us into another downturn. Not only that, not only does it allow you to look at the larger market structure and spot these larger time frame divergences, like we were just looking at the weekly chart. My favorite time frame to look at when I'm actively trading is the 5 minute. Look at this. Look how this indicator is pulling divergences, right? Played out. Divergence, played out. Bullish divergence, playing out. Bearish divergence, played out. I mean, every single one of these, with few exceptions, has played out. Some of them are more tighter than others. Some of them, it heads in that direction for a little while, and then it breaks out. Obviously, from a time frame standpoint, if you're on a 5 minute time frame, they're going to play out quicker than, say, on a 4 hour time frame, which again plays out. There's your divergences, dump, divergence, dump, divergence, dump, bullish, divergence, been rising ever since. So divergences being a big part of my trading strategy, I said to myself, I need to make this easier for myself. How can I find divergences on multiple indicators to make my job easier? Well, I came across the Divergence For Many Indicators V4. There's multiple versions. This is the latest and greatest. Divergence For Many's Indicators V4. You can just type it in, Divergence For Many, and there it is, V4 right there. Now, I post all kinds of alt plays and Bitcoin plays in Discord all the time, and I get asked every once in a while by people in Discord, you know, hey, how are you calling these so right all the time? It's because I have a plan and I stick to them. Like H-bar breaking down here, Naka, IMX, bear div on CRV. Like I have my trading strategy, my trading style. I stick to it and don't deviate from it, right? Divergences being a big part of it. So my answer to these people, anytime they ask, is number one, I just been doing this. I put in the work. I've been doing this a long time. My eyes are trained. I speak the language of the candles. But more importantly than that, I stick to what I know and what works for me. Divergences being a part of the puzzle. Now, if you would like to join the trading clan, it's free. Discord.gg/alpha-air, where I am trying to teach you TA. We're creating a community here, small, tight-knit. Give me a try, hop on in, but let's get back to the video here. So we're going to go over some examples of how to use this indicator and some settings that I've changed around and take a look at them. You should know. If you're watching this video, you should know what a divergence is. If not, then you need to spend some time, some days reading about divergences and divergent trading strategies. That's not what I'm doing in this video. But bullish divergence, price is getting lower, indicators getting higher. Hidden bullish divergence is when the price makes a higher low, but the indicator makes a lower low. And it's the flip, right? So price making a higher high, but the indicator making a lower high is a bearish divergence. When the price makes a lower high, but the indicator makes a higher high, that's a hidden divergence. Now, the nice thing about this indicator, we pull it up here, it'll show you hidden and regular divergences, both positive and negative. So let's go into the indicator setup, right? Just double click on the indicator. It's pretty good right out of the box. So you can have it show only the last divergence, which I do. That's what I have. I want to see the last two divergences, right? So when it prints a new one, it's going to erase the old one. When I'm actively trading, that's what I want. But when I am analyzing price movements or, back testing the indicator, which I've done, I turn it off so you can see all the previous divergences and how they've played out. You can back test it, which you should do with any indicator to understand how it works. Now, the second thing I did was change the colors around. I am colorblind, so the default colors were a little hard for me to see. I wanted it to be more on the red side for the negative divergences and more on the blue side for the positive divergences. They're easy to see for my eyes. And then the text colors, I made both white. You can also show the MAs, the 50 and the 200 if you want. I have a separate indicator for that, so I'm not doing that. But you can also, if you want, turn off the lines and just get the print of the divergences themselves. I like the lines so I can see where it's connecting from, where it pulled the divergence from, because that's going to help me in my decision-making process. This indicator can be used in any time frame. I always tell the 9-to-5 job people who have regular jobs that you need to trade higher time frames, 4 hour, 5, 6, 7 hour, 16, 22, daily, weekly, even, because you can't be just staring at your phone at work in most cases. You definitely can't properly TA in most cases. When you're trading higher time frame charts, you got to be careful, but you can see it pulled the divergence right here on this candle, but the next candle, the price went up before that divergence played out. You do need to watch multiple time frames. Now, there is no indicator out there that is 100%. We deal in probabilities in trading. Nothing is 100%. We deal in probabilities. Let's take this move, for example, right here. We printed a bearish divergence. Yeah, the price went down like, $60, something like that. That's not a trade that I want on a 1 hour time frame, right? I want to be in that play for a while. But this went up. So that's what I mean when I say that no indicator is 100%. However, since we deal in probabilities and we back up here, we can see that more often than not, 8 or 9 out of 10 times, I would say, if we only used this divergences for many indicator, you're going to win way, way, way more than you're going to lose, right? Bearish divergence played out, bearish divergence played out, bearish divergence played out, bullish divergence played out, bearish played out, bullish played out, bearish played out, so on, so forth. Now, sometimes it's not going to be for much, right? Bullish divergence prints, we rise up 0.28%. That's a decent scalp. Maybe you got stomped out. You need to keep your stop losses tight on the smaller time frames. If you're in 4 hour, 12 hour, daily, you can be a little bit more liberal with your stop losses. But when we get into these smaller time frames, you do need to be more conservative with your stop losses. I have found that my preferred time frame, which is the 5 minutes, it's almost 100%, it would appear. I mean, bearish divergence, let's just take some measured moves right here. 0.5%, awesome scalp. Bearish divergence right here, 1%, amazing scalp. Bullish divergence here, I mean, let's just say you got stomped out right here, 0.34%. Let's say you didn't take a trade again because it didn't fire off. There's a bearish divergence. You probably would have gotten stomped out, 0.25% right there. 5 times leverage, 10 times leverage. These are huge. And we got this multiple divergence print right here that is currently playing out right now. So that's kind of awesome to see. MACD, MACD, RSI, Stoke, MOM, money flow index, and it's currently playing out. So maybe we'll check on it again throughout this video, but on the 5 minute time frame, right? Bullish divergence played out, bullish played out, bearish played out, bearish played out, bullish played out, bearish played out. You get the point that I am making here. This is a powerful indicator. The stronger, the more that you have, right? So you can see 6 indicators are throwing a bearish divergence. That is a strong bearish divergence, but it doesn't mean that just one bearish divergence on a single indicator isn't going to play out. On top of that, I bet you didn't know that you can actually set alerts on the indicators themselves. So if we right click the indicator over here, so this is just object tree, by the way, right here, bottom right corner, right click, add alert. What do you want the alert to be? Negative detective, positive detective, set one for every single one, walk away, alert pops up on your phone, you know, pending you have the app on your phone, the TradingView app on your phone, which you also get an email. Every time it triggers, you will get an alert. Why wouldn't you do that? I should mention that the alert is created on whatever time frame you're on. So you can see right here, it says create alert on BTC USDT.P. That's the chart I'm on, 4 hour. If you want it on the daily, the 6 hour, the 30-minute, or multiple, you have to set it on those time frames. Final thoughts and wrap up. No matter what time frame you're on, this indicator is amazing. It gives you the bearish, the bullish, the hidden divergences on multiple MACD histogram, RSI, stochastic, CCI, momentum, all of them, money flow, etc., etc. This is probably one of the most powerful indicators out there, and it is saving me a ton of time. It is not 100%. No indicator is. It's not going to find every single divergence out there, but it's going to find a whole hell a lot more of them than you can probably find because it encompasses so many different indicators. You can only use this trading strategy, this indicator, as a trading strategy, I should say. And every time it prints a red, short, red, short, red, short, red, big short, blue, long, you can do this every time you play your stop losses properly and correctly, and you don't need any other indicators. This could be a trading strategy in and of itself. Now, I recommend you use other trading strategies and other indicators. Put them together to craft your own trading style and plan. Stick to it. Execution is key. All of this means nothing if you can't execute and stick to your trading plan properly. I recommend, like any indicator or any trading strategy that you are forming, you backtest it and play with it, because we printed a bearish divergence here and it printed a negative here, but the price kept on going up. Even though if you would have closed your position out here, you would have won this short, but you would have missed all the rest of this long. So that's just a matter of learning price action, learning how the price moves, when to take plays, when not to take plays, when to throw other indicators on there. You know, volume, everything. Throw them all on there, use them all accordingly. But more importantly than that, guys, you got to back test your strategies. You got to play with the indicators a little bit, play with it on different time frames, figure out what works for you. I hope this indicator works for you and I showed you something new today. If I did, smash that thumbs up button, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and then hop in Discord. Give me a chance, discord.gg/alpha air. That's it for today's video. I'll be back for more. We'll see you guys later.